Learning a new language can feel overwhelming at times. As English learners, we often find ourselves struggling to speak fluently, or maybe we are hesitant to use new words or phrases. Many of us have spent hours studying grammar rules, memorizing vocabulary lists, and practicing reading or writing, but speaking the language naturally still feels challenging. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. One of the best ways to improve your speaking skills and sound more confident is through shadowing. Shadowing is a simple yet powerful method that can help you improve your fluency, pronunciation, and listening skills all at once. If you have not heard about shadowing before, don't worry. It is an easy technique that anyone can use, whether you are just starting to learn English or already know some. What is shadowing? Shadowing is a technique where you listen to someone speak in English and then immediately repeat what they say. It's like echoing their words as soon as you hear them. This practice helps you learn how to speak more naturally and at a normal speed, just like native speakers. When you shadow, you are not just listening to the words. You are also paying attention to the rhythm, tone, and emotion behind those words. For example, let's say you are listening to someone say, "I wake up at 7 in the morning." The moment you hear them say it, you repeat exactly what they said. "I wake up at 7 in the morning." It might seem simple, but this process helps your brain get used to thinking in English, and your mouth becomes more comfortable with forming the words. Why shadowing works? The reason shadowing works so well is because it forces you to listen carefully and speak out loud at the same time. When you speak right after hearing the words, you are training your brain to understand English quickly and to respond without having to think too much. This method also helps you learn correct pronunciation and intonation. You begin to understand the natural rhythm of English, and you will sound more like a native speaker. By shadowing, you can train your mouth and brain to speak English without needing to translate from your native language. The more you practice, the faster your brain will get used to the sounds and structure of the language, making it easier for you to speak fluently. Shadowing also helps you to pick up on the little details of English, such as how to stress certain words or how to use intonation to express emotions like surprise or excitement. Another reason shadowing is so effective is that it involves active listening. Many learners make the mistake of listening passively, which means they hear the words but don't pay close attention to how the words are said. Shadowing, however, makes you focus on the way things are spoken, helping you improve not just your vocabulary, but also your listening and speaking skills. How shadowing fits into your daily life. One of the best things about shadowing is that it's easy to fit into your daily life. You don't have to set aside hours to practice. Just a few minutes a day can make a big difference. You can practice shadowing during everyday activities like commuting, cleaning, cooking, or even while exercising. All you need is to listen to an English audio, such as a podcast, a short video, or even a song, and then repeat the words out loud. You can also practice shadowing while doing something you enjoy. For example, if you like watching TV shows or movies in English, you can try repeating the lines the actors say. This way, you are not only learning English, but also having fun at the same time. The more you practice shadowing, the more natural it will feel, and you will start noticing that speaking English becomes easier and more automatic. Shadowing also connects to your emotions. When we speak, we don't just say words, we express our feelings and emotions. For example, when you say something excitedly, your voice will go up in pitch. And when you say something sadly, your voice will go down. This emotional connection is just as important as the words themselves. By shadowing, you'll also learn how to express your emotions in English, which will help you sound more natural and authentic when speaking. Encouragement to start shadowing. If you are thinking, "This sounds good, but I'm not sure I can do it," don't worry. Shadowing is all about progress, not perfection. The key to getting better at anything is consistent practice. Start by shadowing simple sentences and slowly build up to more complex ones as you become more confident. You don't need to be perfect from the start, and you don't need to worry if you make mistakes along the way. It's all part of the learning process. The important thing is to practice every day. Even if you can only spare 5 or 10 minutes, those small moments of practice will add up over time. If you can make shadowing a regular part of your routine, you will see improvements in your fluency and confidence. Every time you shadow, you are building a habit that will help you speak English more naturally. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Shadowing can feel difficult at first, but the more you practice, the easier it will get. Try to shadow every day, even if it's just for a few minutes, and over time, you'll notice that your speaking skills improve. Final thoughts. In conclusion, shadowing is a simple, yet powerful technique that can help you improve your English fluency, pronunciation, and listening skills. By repeating sentences out loud right after you hear them, you are training your brain to think and speak in English. Shadowing also helps you sound more natural and confident, making it a fantastic tool for English learners at any level. Remember, the key to success is consistency. Shadowing works best when you make it a regular habit. So, start small, stay consistent, and don't worry about mistakes. Over time, you'll find that speaking English becomes easier and more enjoyable. Keep practicing, and you'll be amazed at how much you can improve. Now, let's start shadowing together. Anna's day starts early. She wakes up at 7:15 a.m. when the sun is just beginning to rise. The first thing she does is check her phone. She looks at the messages and emails she received overnight. This small habit helps her stay connected and organized. After reading her messages, she gets out of bed and goes to the kitchen. There, she makes a cup of coffee, which is her favorite way to start the day. While waiting for her coffee to brew, she prepares a simple breakfast, often toast with peanut butter or oatmeal. After breakfast, Anna feels ready to begin the day. She takes a quick shower to freshen up, then gets dressed. Usually, she wears something comfortable yet professional for work, like a simple blouse and jeans. She checks the time and sees that it's almost time to leave for work. Before she goes out, she grabs her bag, makes sure she has everything she needs, and puts on her shoes. It's important for her to be organized and prepared for the day ahead. By 8:30 a.m., Anna leaves her apartment. She walks to the subway station, which is not too far from her home. The walk is peaceful, and it gives her a chance to enjoy the fresh morning air. As she walks, Anna listens to an English podcast on her phone. Listening to English while commuting is a great way for her to improve her language skills. She tries to repeat some of the sentences she hears in the podcast, practicing shadowing along the way. Once Anna arrives at the subway station, she buys a ticket and waits for the train. The subway ride is about 25 minutes, and during this time, she listens to more English podcasts. Sometimes, she tries to shadow the speakers by repeating what they say. This helps her improve her pronunciation and fluency. Anna loves listening to podcasts because they expose her to different accents and topics, and she enjoys learning new vocabulary while on her way to work. When she arrives at her office building, it's already 9 a.m., Anna greets the security guard at the door and then heads upstairs to her office. As soon as she gets to her desk, she checks her email and starts working on her tasks. Her job involves creating social media posts, answering emails, and preparing reports for clients. Every morning, Anna spends some time organizing her work and setting her goals for the day. After checking her emails and organizing her tasks, Anna starts writing the social media posts for her company's account. She likes this part of her job because it allows her to be creative. While writing, Anna tries to use new words and expressions she learned from the podcasts. She often practices shadowing during these times by repeating sentences that she hears in the podcast, using them in her posts. Shadowing helps her improve not only her speaking, but also her writing skills because she's practicing real, everyday English. Around 11 a.m., Anna takes a short break. She grabs a coffee from the office kitchen and chats with her colleague, Sarah. They talk about the latest project they are working on and share some fun stories from their weekends. Anna enjoys these small conversations because they give her a chance to practice speaking English in a relaxed and natural setting. It's important for Anna to speak English in real-life situations, and these breaks are a good opportunity to do that. After her break, Anna goes back to her desk to finish up some reports. She spends the next hour organizing the data, writing the report, and making sure everything is in order. As she works, Anna continues to listen to English. She sometimes pauses the audio to repeat important phrases or sentences. This helps her remember the vocabulary and grammar structures she is learning. The more she practices, the easier it becomes to use the language naturally. By 1 p.m., Anna is ready for lunch. She goes to a nearby cafe with a few colleagues. It's nice to get out of the office and take a break from work. While having lunch, Anna practices more casual English by chatting with her friends. They talk about their plans for the weekend, what they watched on TV, and the latest news in the office. These casual conversations are important for learning English because they help Anna practice everyday language and social interactions. She tries to shadow the conversation, repeating the sentences in her head before speaking them out loud. After lunch, Anna feels refreshed and ready to continue with her work. She attends a team meeting at 2 p.m. During the meeting, they discuss the progress of their projects and any problems that need to be solved. Anna listens carefully and takes notes. This is another opportunity for her to practice her listening skills, and she tries to repeat key points from the meeting in her mind. Shadowing during meetings helps her stay focused and remember important details. In the afternoon, Anna works on a new marketing plan for one of the company's clients. She spends time researching and coming up with ideas. While working, Anna tries to shadow some of the phrases she hears in online marketing videos and podcasts. This helps her learn new vocabulary related to her field and improve her ability to use those words in conversations. By 5 p.m., Anna has finished most of her work for the day. She checks her to-do list and makes sure everything is done before she leaves the office. Before heading home, she takes a few minutes to reflect on what she accomplished during the day. She feels good about the progress she made and is proud of the work she completed. As she leaves the office at 5:30 p.m., Anna feels ready to relax. She looks forward to spending the evening with her family and unwinding after a busy day. But before she leaves the office, she quickly practices a few more sentences of shadowing, repeating phrases she learned that day. She knows that the more she practices, the more confident she will become in speaking English. Anna's day may seem busy, but she makes sure to find moments to practice English along the way. Whether it's listening to podcasts on her commute, practicing phrases at lunch, or shadowing during meetings, Anna integrates English into her daily routine. By the end of the day, she feels more confident in her language skills and is ready to continue improving the next day. Anna's routine shows that learning English doesn't have to be hard or time-consuming. You can find simple ways to practice in your everyday life, just like Anna does. All it takes is a little time, consistency, and a willingness to practice. After a busy day at work, Anna looks forward to relaxing and unwinding. She finishes her work around 5:30 p.m. and begins to head home. As she leaves the office building, she feels a sense of relief. The workday is over, and it's time for her to relax and enjoy her evening. Anna enjoys walking home from the office. It gives her a chance to clear her mind and think about the day. By the time she arrives home, it's about 6 p.m. Anna takes off her shoes, hangs up her coat, and makes her way to the kitchen. She likes to cook her own dinner because it's a way for her to unwind and enjoy a quiet moment after a busy day. Tonight, she decides to make pasta with a simple tomato sauce. Cooking is something Anna really enjoys, and she finds it peaceful. She gathers all the ingredients and starts to prepare the meal. As she chops vegetables and stirs the sauce, she practices speaking English. She repeats simple sentences like, "I cook dinner," "I stir the sauce," and "I boil the pasta." Shadowing while cooking helps her practice English without feeling like she has to study hard. Once the food is ready, Anna sets the table and sits down to eat. She enjoys her dinner while watching a show on TV. Tonight, she's watching her favorite English language drama. Watching shows in English helps her learn new vocabulary and hear how people speak in different situations. While watching, Anna listens carefully to the conversations. She repeats some of the lines in her head, practicing how to say them naturally. After a long day, it's nice for her to relax and watch something enjoyable while also learning at the same time. After dinner, Anna spends some time talking with her family. They chat about their day, share funny stories, and talk about their plans for the weekend. These small conversations are a perfect opportunity for Anna to practice her English in a real, relaxed setting. She enjoys these moments because they give her a chance to speak naturally and not worrying about making mistakes. She practices asking questions like, "How was your day?" or "What are we doing this weekend?" and listens carefully to the answers. By practicing these simple conversations, Anna becomes more confident in speaking English. Around 8 p.m., Anna decides to take a short break. She loves to sit down with a book and read for a while before going to bed. Tonight, she is reading a book in English. It is a novel she has been enjoying for a few weeks. Reading in English helps Anna improve her vocabulary and understand how sentences are structured. She enjoys reading because it also helps her relax and prepare for sleep. As she reads, she occasionally looks up words she doesn't know and writes them down in a notebook. This helps her remember the new vocabulary and use it in the future. After reading for about 30 minutes, Anna feels ready to wind down for the night. She gets up from the couch, turns off the lights, and heads to the bathroom to take a shower. Showering is another routine activity that Anna uses as an opportunity to practice shadowing. While in the shower, she repeats phrases she learned throughout the day. She doesn't worry if she makes mistakes. She focuses on the rhythm and pronunciation of the words. This helps her feel more comfortable and confident in using English in everyday situations. By 10 p.m., Anna is in bed, ready to go to sleep. Before she falls asleep, she spends a few minutes reflecting on her day. She thinks about the new words she learned and the conversations she practiced. Anna feels proud of herself for making the effort to practice English throughout the day. It wasn't always easy, but she knows that every little bit of practice makes a big difference. Shadowing, even in small moments like while cooking or showering, helps her improve without feeling like she's studying too hard. Anna's evening routine is simple but very effective for practicing English. She uses every opportunity to practice speaking and listening, whether it's while cooking, reading, or talking with her family. By doing this every day, she makes consistent progress in her language skills. Even though she has a busy job, she always finds time to practice, and this helps her build her confidence. The more Anna practices, the easier it becomes to use English naturally in her everyday life. As she falls asleep, Anna knows that tomorrow is another chance to improve her English. She's excited to continue her learning journey and is proud of the progress she has made. Every day, she feels more confident, and with each passing day, her English becomes stronger. She's learning not just how to speak the language, but how to live with it, making it a natural part of her routine. In the end, Anna's evening routine shows how easy it can be to practice English throughout the day. You don't need to set aside hours of study time. By making small changes in your daily life, like shadowing while you cook, read, or relax, you can improve your language skills naturally. The key is to keep practicing, stay consistent, and enjoy the process of learning. In the previous parts, we've seen how shadowing can help you improve your fluency and pronunciation by repeating sentences after a speaker. But shadowing is not just about saying the right words, it's also about how you say them. This is where emotional tone and natural conversation come into play. The way we speak changes depending on how we feel. If we're happy, our voice sounds different than when we're sad or tired. To truly speak like a native English speaker, it's important to practice these emotional tones and learn how to have natural conversations. When we speak, we often express different feelings, whether we are excited, surprised, worried, or tired. The tone of our voice helps communicate these feelings. For example, when you say, "I'm so happy," in English, your voice should sound lively and cheerful. But if you say, "I'm really tired," your voice will probably be slower and low. These differences in tone make our speech more interesting and natural. Shadowing helps you practice these emotional tones by mimicking how native speakers express their feelings in everyday conversations. Let's take a look at some examples. Imagine you're talking to a friend about your day. If you're telling them something exciting, your voice will naturally rise in pitch and speed up. For example, if you say, "I got a new job today," your voice will sound excited and energetic. Shadowing helps you practice this by repeating the sentence after you hear it, matching the speed and emotion of the speaker. This will help you sound more natural when speaking English in real-life situations. On the other hand, if you're telling someone about a problem or something sad, your voice will sound slower and lower. For example, if you say, "I lost my wallet," your voice might become softer, and you'll speak at a slower pace. This is another way shadowing can help. By repeating these sentences with the correct tone, you'll start to understand how emotional expression works in English. You will be able to show your feelings through your voice, which is key to having real, meaningful conversations in English. Now, let's look at some examples of natural conversations. Imagine you are meeting a friend for coffee. In English, we often use casual greetings like, "Hey, how's it going?" or "What's up?" When we ask these questions, we don't say them in a robotic way. Instead, we add a bit of emotion to make them sound friendly and warm. When you practice these types of questions through shadowing, try to focus on how the speaker says the sentence. The tone should be relaxed and upbeat. After you hear the sentence, repeat it with the same feeling, and make sure your voice matches the emotion of the words. For example, let's take this conversation. "Hi, how are you?" "I'm good, thanks. What about you?" "I'm great, just a little tired from work." Notice how the first speaker's tone is warm and friendly, while the second speaker's tone sounds a little more tired. Shadowing helps you practice the flow of conversation and the tone behind the words. It teaches you how to ask questions, give responses, and even express different emotions in everyday conversations. Another example of a natural conversation could be when you're talking about your weekend plans. Let's say you're speaking with a friend. "Hey, are you free this weekend?" "Yeah, I think so. Why?" "Do you want to go to the movies with me?" "That sounds great. What time?" In this conversation, the tone of voice changes depending on the situation. When you ask, "Are you free this weekend?" your tone is light and casual, but when your friend says, "That sounds great," the tone changes to one of excitement. By shadowing these types of conversations, you will learn how to add the right emotion to your words, making your speech sound more natural and fluent. Shadowing also helps you practice real-life scenarios, like ordering food at a restaurant or asking for directions. These are common situations where you need to speak clearly and naturally. For example, if you're ordering coffee, you might say, "Hi, I'd like a cappuccino, please." "Would you like sugar with that?" "No, thank you, just some milk." Notice how these sentences are short and direct. They're easy to repeat, and by shadowing the sentences, you will sound polite and natural. The tone of your voice in these situations should be polite, but not too formal. Shadowing helps you practice these everyday dialogues so you can use them confidently when you're speaking with people in real life. As you practice more with shadowing, you'll notice that your speaking rhythm becomes smoother. You'll begin to speak English more naturally without having to pause and think too much. This is because shadowing helps you focus on the flow of conversation, not just the words. It helps you understand how English speakers connect their thoughts and express themselves in a natural way. You'll start to feel more comfortable using English in your daily life, whether you're talking to friends, colleagues, or even strangers. Finally, shadowing can be a fun way to learn English. Instead of simply reading or listening, you're actively participating in the learning process. It's like you're having a conversation with the speaker, even though they can't hear you. And the more you practice, the more you will improve your ability to speak clearly and confidently. Over time, shadowing will help you develop a natural rhythm and tone in your speech, making you sound more like a native English speaker. In conclusion, shadowing is not just about repeating words, it's about practicing how to express emotions and have natural conversations in English. By focusing on emotional tone and the flow of conversation, you can improve your speaking skills in a way that feels real and natural. Whether you're talking to a friend, ordering food, or giving directions, shadowing will help you speak more confidently and fluently. So keep practicing, and soon you'll be able to use English in real-life situations with ease. As we come to the end of our journey through shadowing, it's important to remember that learning a new language, especially English, is a long and continuous process. It may seem challenging at times, but with the right approach, anyone can improve. Shadowing is one of the most effective methods for improving fluency, pronunciation, and confidence. However, the key to success is consistency. Just like with any new skill, the more you practice, the better you will become. We've discussed how shadowing helps you train both your brain and mouth to think in English. By repeating what you hear, you are not just learning new words. You are also learning how to use them in real-life situations. You are training your ears to catch the natural rhythm of the language, and your mouth to produce words smoothly and confidently. But all this practice doesn't happen overnight. You need to keep going, even if you feel frustrated or uncertain at times. The truth is, consistency is the most important part of your learning journey. One of the best things about shadowing is that it can be easily incorporated into your daily routine. You don't need to spend hours each day studying or practicing. Even if you only have 5 or 10 minutes, those small moments of practice will add up over time. You can shadow during your daily activities, whether you are commuting to work, cooking, exercising, or relaxing at home. Each time you shadow, you are taking a small but important step towards improving your English. The more often you practice, the easier it will become to speak confidently and naturally. When you practice regularly, you start to notice changes. At first, speaking English may feel unnatural, and you might make mistakes. That's okay, mistakes are part of the process, and they help you learn. Over time, you will notice that you make fewer mistakes, and your speech becomes more fluent. You will also feel more confident in using English because you will have practiced in real-life situations. This confidence is crucial because it allows you to speak freely without worrying too much about perfection. Another important thing to remember is that shadowing isn't just about repeating words. It's about feeling the language and connecting with it emotionally. When you shadow, you not only practice the vocabulary and grammar, but you also practice the rhythm, tone, and emotions behind the words. This makes your speech sound more natural and authentic. It also helps you express yourself more clearly and connect with others when speaking English. Remember, language is about communication, and expressing emotions through your voice is an important part of communication. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results. But remember, learning a language is a long-term commitment. It takes time, patience, and practice. Don't be discouraged if you don't see big changes right away. Small improvements over time will lead to big results in the future. Keep practicing regularly, and you will be amazed at how much you can improve. Each time you shadow, you are building new habits and strengthening your English skills. As you continue with shadowing, try to challenge yourself by increasing the difficulty of the material you're shadowing. Start with simple sentences, and as you become more comfortable, move on to longer and more complex conversations. The more you challenge yourself, the more you will grow. But remember, progress is not about perfection, it's about making steady improvements every day. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Every step forward is an achievement. Also, don't forget to enjoy the process. Language learning can be fun, and shadowing gives you the opportunity to engage with English in an enjoyable way. Whether you are shadowing a movie, a podcast, or a real-life conversation, you are making learning a natural part of your day. It's not just about sitting in a classroom and memorizing rules. It's about living the language, experiencing it, and making it a part of your life. So, enjoy every step of your learning journey. If you ever feel stuck or frustrated, remember that this is normal. Every learner experiences challenges. The important thing is to stay committed and keep practicing. You don't have to be perfect, you just need to keep going. The more you practice, the more confident and comfortable you will become with English. And with time, you'll find that speaking English becomes second nature to you. In conclusion, shadowing is a powerful tool that can help you improve your English in a natural and effective way. But the most important thing is to stay consistent. Practice every day, no matter how small, and you will see progress. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, use them as opportunities to learn. Celebrate every improvement, no matter how small, and enjoy the journey of learning. Remember, fluency doesn't come overnight, but with regular practice, you'll get closer and closer to speaking English confidently and naturally. Keep going, and don't give up. You are making great progress. Throughout Anna's journey, we have seen how her daily routine and dedication to shadowing have helped her improve her English skills. From the moment she wakes up at 7:15 a.m., checking her messages and preparing breakfast, to her commute, workday, and evening relaxation, Anna's commitment to practicing English every day has made her more fluent and confident. She used simple moments, like cooking, walking to work, or chatting with her family, as opportunities to practice speaking and listening to English. By shadowing real-life conversations, she not only learned vocabulary, but also gained an understanding of the natural rhythm and tone of English. What stands out the most in Anna's story is the importance of consistency. It's not about studying for hours every day. It's about integrating small, simple practices into your daily routine. Shadowing doesn't require you to be perfect, and making mistakes is part of the learning process. What matters is that you practice regularly, even in short, everyday moments. Just like Anna, who made time for practice while cooking or commuting, you can find ways to incorporate English into your daily life. The key lesson from Anna's story is that progress in language learning doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's about making small, steady improvements and finding joy in the process. You don't need to set aside hours every day to see results. By practicing for just a few minutes each day, you will gradually build your confidence and fluency. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will become with speaking English in real-life situations. Anna also teaches us the importance of emotional engagement in learning. Language is not just about words and grammar. It's about expressing feelings, emotions, and thoughts. By shadowing, Anna learned to speak more naturally, not only using the right words, but also matching the tone and rhythm to reflect the emotions behind them. This connection to emotions makes her speech more authentic and relatable. Now, the key takeaway is that language learning is a journey, not a race. It requires patience, consistency, and a willingness to practice every day. Like Anna, you can improve your English by incorporating small practices into your routine. Remember, the more you practice, the more fluent and confident you will become. Keep shadowing, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. Question: what did Anna do every day to improve her English? As she studied for hours each day, she practiced English in small moments throughout her day. Please comment your answer below with all B. If you enjoyed this story and found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to support us and stay updated with new content. Your support helps us keep creating high-quality material to assist you in your English learning journey. We also encourage you to donate to help us continue producing free content for learners like you. Starting a new channel and creating great content takes time and resources, and we appreciate any support to keep going. Thank you for being part of our learning community.